What's going on, everybody? You got Tone here, back with another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. This time, bringing you guys my team builder and battle for week 5 of the FBL season number 2, where this week we are taking on the Seattle Dragonairs, coached by Absolute. His links will be in the description down below. Be sure to check out his side of the battle, as well as taking a look at all the other coaches taking part in the FBL. So after taking our first loss of the season, we are looking to bounce back against Absolute, and his team is pretty threatening, headlined by the fact that he does have the Terra Baxcalibur, as well as the Pokemon sort of new to Draft League format in Zamazenta Crown form, which is very interesting to have to go up against and prep for, because this thing, it does some work in this matchup, especially considering the fact that it's a steel fighting type. It's pretty fast, very bulky, and Dauntless Shield is still a fantastic ability despite the nerf of it only activates the first time you bring it out. Regardless of that, his team outside of the top 2 does have a formidable backbone with Galarian Slowking taking the special hits, some physical bulky mons like Donphan, and then the ever-prevalent Hisuian Samurott with the ability to deal damage and set up hazards with Ceaseless Edge. On top of that, he also has access to stuff like Terra Cyclizar, which could be a little bit of a nuisance, as well as a means of stopping my Landorus in the Orthworm, as well as the double Ghost combination in Mimikyu and Mismagius. Aside from that, though, the team I did end up building did feel pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Just looking at the matchup. So jumping right into it, not want to waste you guys' time. First off, we started off with Choice Specs Gengar. This thing just looks fantastic from the matchup standpoint. If my opponent does not bring Cyclizar, Specs Gengar does work. Straight up, he doesn't have a switch into Shadow Ball unless he brings a very bulky Hisuian Samurott, and even if he does have to risk me bringing Will-O-Wisp on my Gengar because I have done that in the past. Outside of that, though, like I said, Specs Gengar Shadow Ball does a lot of work in this matchup. Sludge Bomb is basically just there as a middle ground to click against Cyclizar, but mostly I'll probably be clicking Focus Blast as a means of hitting both Cyclizar as well as Zamazenta Crown super effectively, and then Trick is just there to cripple something on his team that's not Zamazenta Crown, since I cannot Trick due to it being restricted to holding Rusted Shield. So this is a very straightforward wall-breaking set, max special attack, hit as hard as possible with enough speed to guarantee outspeed Mismagius, and the rest is thrown into defense. Moving on to the primary win con for this team, and that is Booster Energy Iron Valiant, bringing this thing for the first time all season with Booster Energy, Moonblast, Aura Sphere, Shadow Ball, and Calm Mind. This set does a lot of work as well, especially if I'm able to weaken the main stop to this Valiant set being the Galarian Slowking. Aside from that, though, Dual Stab is fantastic versus my opponent's team. Shadow Ball is also just there as a means if I want to take care of Galarian Slowking myself with this Iron Valiant, and it also doubles as a means of hitting both his Ghost types. But the main target for Shadow Ball is Galarian Slowking because it does resist Iron Valiant's Dual Stab. Aside from that, though, this is just a very straightforward set, max special attack, enough speed for Mismagius while also maintaining the ability to get a speed boost from Booster Energy, and the rest thrown into defense to take physical hits a little bit better, like from Donphan's Ice Shard. Next up is my Landorus with leftovers. Earthquake, Stone Edge, Brick Break, Sword Stance. Yes, this set still gives me a bit of issue versus Orthworm, and basically Brick Break, Orthworm is the literally only reason why I have Brick Break on this Landorus, because otherwise I can't touch this thing with between Edgequake because of Earth Eater. Regardless, though, this set does still do some work. It gives me another means of pressuring the Galarian Slowking, Stone Edge to hit his Levitators and the Rotom Heat and the Mismagius. After a Sword Stance, I 2 a KO physically defensive Orthworm with Brick Break. And yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it. I am Jolly, though, to guarantee have a means of outspeeding a Baxcalibur that has not boosted with Dragon Dance. But if he has Ice Shard, he has Ice Shard. I don't really plan on packing Yashi Berry for that thing, because obviously I'm not going to try to take a hit from that thing unless I absolutely have to. But even then, Getting that, lowering its attack power with Intimidate is pretty much good enough as far as I'm concerned. Its main way of dealing with me is, Lander's not my main way of dealing with Max Caliber on this team, so I'm not too overly concerned about having a way of like trying to live a hit from Max Caliber on this thing. So this gives me a last ditch effort in case he's not Ice Shard and he tries to set up. I can very chip that thing down with one of my attacks. So that is the Landers. Then we have my sort of Max Caliber check. Depending on what he terrestrializes into, this is kind of meh. But basically, this basically just invalidates him trying to Earthquake my Heatran. So I have Air Balloon just to invalidate Earthquake from Max Caliber. It allows me to avoid getting Earthquake by Donphan as well. But aside from that, though, this Heatran set is also my way of switching into his special attackers, stuff like the Rotom, the Mismagius, anything along those lines, basically, is what I'm able to do with this set. The 148 Defense EVs lets me guaranteed take a +2 jolly unboosted Terra Blast from Max Caliber. Granted, it's not like Terra Water. If it's like Terra Electric for my Slowbro or my Gyarados, I do live the hit from that after Stealth Rock. I can then Earth Power it afterwards if it is Terra Electric. Earth Power is also nice to chip down the Galarian Slowking. Lava Plume to potentially burn his physical attackers. And then Power Gem is just there to give me a way of 2 KOing Rotom Heat. And then, of course, Stealth Rock just to get residual chip on his entire team. Don't really like the investment that I have. I have a lot of speed here. Just basically, it's a guarantee outspeed Adamant Max Caliber. But for the most part, if he brings Max Caliber, he would want to at the least outspeed Jolly Max Speed Gyarados. So I'm kind of like really regretting running so much speed. I probably could have just gotten away with enough speed for like uninvested Rotom for the most part, because I really don't need speed for anything else on this team. I'm not going to try to stay in front of Hisuian Samurott of all things, so I definitely didn't need to run as much investment, but it is what it is. That is the Heatran. Then we have my secondary Wincon, somewhat, but this, depending on what he brings, it's going to be my dedicated lead in this matchup, and that is my Slowbro. As you see, we are Terra fighting on this Slowbro, and this is basically my way of dealing with Hisuian Samurott. If I see Hisuian Samurott on my opponent's side of the field, I am leading off with Slowbro, I am terrestrializing, and I am clicking Body Press to try to knock that thing out. That is the whole gist of this thing. The one thing I want to at the very least do with this Slowbro is mitigate the amount of layers he gets up with the Hisuian Samurott. So yeah, that is the idea with that. Body Press also lets me try to go one-on-one with the Zamazenta Crown. It is also my main way of dealing with Max Caliber. If I can terrestrialize and force that thing out of hitting me with like a super effective like Terra Blast if he's electric. At the very least though, I have a means of like switching in to Max Caliber, but it basically just comes down to whether or not he's like SD or DD, one of those two things. Another thing to note about this Slowbro is I'm relaxed nature and 0 IVs in speed. This is intentional just to at the very least force a speed tie with, or a slow tie with the Galarian Slowking. And basically what I mean by that is, if the Slowking goes for Chilly Reception, since Chilly Reception is not a negative priority move like Teleport is, Chilly Reception, if he wins the speed tie, he'll go first and Chilly Reception out into something else and be forced to take a Surf or a Body Press from something else on his team, as opposed to trying to stay in, take the hit, and then Chilly Reception out. So that's pretty much what I was trying to go for here. Surf is just my means of hitting everything else on his team that's not his ghost types. And it just gives me some residual chip against stuff like the Rotom and the Donphan as well. And then Iron Defense and Slack Off is self-explanatory. So that is the Slowbro. And then lastly, we have a nice Assault Vest Hydreigon, Dark Pulse, Earth Power, Flash Cannon, and U-Turn. This is my other way of checking his special attackers like the Rotom Heat, Mismagius to a lesser extent. I do live a Dazzling Gleam from a unboosted Mismagius if he if he's not like Specs or Life Orb or whatever. This is also my way of offensively checking stuff like Mimikyu. I outspeed it, I go for a U-turn, bust at the skies, and with enough chip damage I can put it into range where I can take it out with a Flash Cannon. So that's Flash Cannon is literally the only reason why Mimikyu is the only reason why I really have Flash Cannon on this set, as Dark Pulse doesn't 2 a KO, and then Earth Power is there for the Zamazenta, which I cannot hit super effectively otherwise. So yeah, with that out of the way, that is the team for this week, and hope to do some damage here and hopefully get back on track. So with that out of the way, let's head on over to the battle. Alright guys, so here we are with the battle for week 5 of the FBL, taking on Absolute and his Seattle Dragonairs, and this is pretty much what I was expecting. There's actually no, he did not bring Zamazenta. Oh, that's very interesting. He didn't bring Orthworm either, and he didn't bring Cyclizar. Okay, so I got 4 out of 6 right. He brought the Mimikyu, and he brought both his ghosts. Okay, so no Donphan either. So yeah, Specs Gengar is looking pretty good in this matchup. So let's see. I did say in the team builder, or at least I hope I said in the team builder, that if I saw the Hisuian Samurott, my lead was going to be my Slowbro, terrestrializing and going for body press against that thing. The only real downside is if he is Focus Sashed, but that is okay too, because if he's Focus Sashed, I could just surf right afterwards. So yeah, let's just lock that in and see what happens. The Baxcalibur is still going to be a massive thorn in my side, but regardless, good luck, have fun as always to my opponent. Looking to bounce back after our week 4 loss here. So let's see what he leads off with. He didn't. Okay, so nothing on his Pokemon, nothing on his team gets. He didn't bring rocks, so my Hydreigon and my Landers are pretty good. Yep, Samurott lead. Just what I was hoping for. We lead off with Slowbro, and just like I talked about, hopefully again in the team builder, we will terrestrialize into a fighting type, and we will click body press. I imagine he's just going to go for the Ceaseless Edge here. I'm going to immediately terrestrialize here. Hopefully we do pick up the kill on this Samurott. So there's our Terra fighting. So he's going to go for a Ceaseless Edge, I imagine. Taunt! Okay. Even better. Chopple? No Chopple. Okay. Do we take him out? Focus Sash. No, that's not Sash. It was just a roll. Damn. Damn. So we are going to surf here. There's no point in body pressing. Yeah, just get up your 1 layer. But we're going to pick up the kill here, regardless. So, Slowbro KOs Hisuian Samurott with the Surf. So, we limit the Samurott to 1 layer of spikes, though, which is good, and I was able to establish the early board space. And, yeah. Just what we like to see. Starting off this match, let's get Slowbro. Alright, so what's going to come out now for him? Probably the Slowking, because I can't touch this. Going for Taunt turn 1 was very interesting. I thought he would try to get at least 2 layers of spikes. Sucks that I didn't get the roll there on the body press, so he definitely had like some HP investment for sure. But that's fine. Limiting the layers he gets up is what's more important here. Yep, Miss Matrix is going to come out. What's my play? I'd rather not go hard Hydreigon. I really don't want to go hard Hydreigon. I could go Landorus, technically speaking. Like, Landorus is okay. It does make me a bit weaker to the Mimikyu, and I don't want the Heatran's air balloon to get popped, so I guess I have to go Lando. I don't want to go Hydreigon because of the fact that he could easily just click Dazzling Gleam here. Because now I'm weak to Fairy. Yep, that's why I didn't want to go Hydra. Alright, so we get, that's not Life Orb, so we know that. Is this thing, it could be support. And I don't want to pull a double or anything. If Landorus gets burnt by Wisp, is that the end of the world? The answer is no. He definitely wants to get damage on this though, so I imagine the Shadow Ball is going to come away, or Will-O-Wisp. Either way, I'm going to click Stone Edge because I want to get damage on this for my Gengar. This could also potentially be Choice Scarf. Just looking at what he brought, this is his fastest Pokemon, barring DD Excalibur. So he's going to withdraw here. Do we see the Slowking? Rotom? I wonder why Rotom. And we kill it. Oh my god. Oh, that's why I crit. Damn! Damn. Alright, so this got a little bit easier, but at the same time, not really. Landorus KOs Rotom with Stone Edge. Yep, Excalibur's going to come out here. I imagine it's going to go straight for the Ice move now. My play is still going out into my Slowbro. Of course, the downside to that is I do not, he doesn't have to Terra per se, he could just go straight for the, straight for the Ice move now, because my Slowbro terrestrialized into a fighting type. I don't want to go hard Heatran to pop my balloon. I need to find a way to get Heatran in. Yeah, so there's a Terra. I'd imagine this thing would probably be Terra Electric, or it could just be Terra Ice too. Terra Water. Okay, so that changes a lot of things actually. Ooh, that is actually pretty bad. Terra Ice Water. Okay. Okay, so we see that he's Terra Water. Yeah, that's not good. That changes a few things, because I don't think my Heatran lives now. Now I don't think it matters if I go Heatran, but I'm not going to yet. Let's just go for the Body Press. He just want to withdraw. I imagine him going out into Excalibur, into, yeah, Slowking. Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's not going to do anything, but, you know. And we see Black Sludge on the Slowking, so that means it's not Assault Vest. So I imagine a Chilly Reception coming, which is fine because he already terrestrialized, so I would just slack off here. Yep, Chilly Reception. I imagine he goes back into Excalibur, probably. He could also go in Miss Magius. Yeah. Miss Mag makes the most sense, but I do want to slack off here, keep myself healthy. So now that I see that since the Excalibur is Terra Water, wait a minute. That doesn't actually give me any information. I was going to say if he was Chilly Reception, he could have been Ice Body Excalibur, but no. Let's just go back into Landorus, I guess, or I could just go into Heatran, because I feel like the Air Balloon is useless to me now. Now that I see he's Terra Water. So yeah, let's just go out into Heatran. I feel more comfortable making this play now that he's not, he's Terra Water. Like, it didn't really matter. So yeah, pop my balloon. That's fine. I will... I can get up my rocks here, actually. Like, all the chip matters in the world right now. Ideally he is Scarf, which means that my Hydreigon's a bit more freer at that point. But I value getting some chip off without giving him the free switches. So yeah, switches out, goes out into Slowking. Yeah. So yeah, I get my rocks up there, which is important. So I think the main thing to take into account is whether or not the Baxcalibur is Ice Body or Thermal Exchange. But regardless, I will just click Earth Power here, just to try to get some chip damage off on this. I imagine he's doing a Chilly Reception again. Yeah, that does nothing, as I expected. Oh, he has Surf, okay. Living on 8. A part of me wants to go out into Hydreigon here, but is there really a reason to preserve this Heat Train right now? The answer is no, so let's just Earth Power. I imagine he's going to Chilly Reception here. No, he just kills me. Okay, I'll take that. Heat Train did its job. They got up rocks. So, Slowking, KOs, Heat Train with Surf. Take that. Take your Black Sludge recovery. Now then, do I go out into... Ooh, that's a good question. Do I go out into Gengar or do I go out into Hydreigon is the question. I think the play is going into Gengar. So yeah, let's go Gengar. Let's get our kill. Or our revenge kill. Take the spikes, but you can take the Shuttle Ball. There we go. Alright, so Slowking is down. So Gengar, KOs, Galarian, Slowking with Shadow Ball. I imagine the Mismagius comes back out now. And shows that it's Scarf. I mean, ideally he would go Baxcalibur and give me the damage, but nah. He should go Mismagius or he should go Mimikyu. If he goes Mimikyu, I just go Hard Landorus and I click Stone Edge. Yep, so there's a Mimikyu. Take your rocks. I am not going to... If he has these, he has these. I'm kind of forced to go for Stone Edge here with my Landorus. I don't want to Earthquake and he goes hard into Mismagius. But then again, even if he goes Mismagius, what do I care? It can't kill me in one. Yeah, go for your SD. Go for your SD. So yeah, I'm really just trying to, I think I'm just going to try to lock in on the Mismagius being Scarf. So I'm going to take a... Never mind. So by Busted Disguise, I'm faster, so I'm probably going to die to this Play Rough. Or not. Oh, he's Life Orb. Well, that makes things a lot more palpable, I would assume. Is that in range of... A part of me wants to go hard into, what's it called, Hydreigon, but I don't think that's the play. Because the thing is, I don't think I kill... Shadow Sneak should kill me. I shouldn't be making risks like that. Just Shadow Sneak me and kill me. Yeah. I wanted to go Hydra there, but I couldn't risk it. So, Landorus dies to Mimikyu. Playing rough. I mean, Shadow Sneak, my bad. And let's go into Hydreigon. Ideally, that is in range of Flash Cannon. Ideally, it's in range of Flash Cannon. It's about 50. It's like 3%-ish, I want to say. And I already know it's Life Orb. Like, I really wish I made the Hydreigon play like I wanted to. I mean, he could just go hard back Scout. I mean, hard back Caliber. Hard Miss Mages. Doesn't do that. Please do. Excellent. Alright, so Hydreigon KOs with Flash Cannon. And no matter what, if he goes Miss Mages, I'm just staying in and clicking Dark Pulse. And if I can force a Miss Mages to click Dazzling Gleam, then I think I have this. It's a lot easier for me in my endgame. So ideally, he goes Miss Mages here. If he goes Miss Mages, I stay in and I click Dark Pulse, because Dazzling Gleam doesn't kill me unless he crits. And seeing as though he's Terra Water backs, that doesn't really say much, but still. As long as I'm able to prevent the Baxcalibur from... Okay, yeah. Whatever prevents the Baxcalibur from going for a DD, I'll take it. So it's Dark Pulse here. Even so, I imagine he has Ice Shard. Yep. There was the crit. I lived. I guaranteed lived Dazzling Gleam if he didn't crit me. But then again, I talked it into existence, didn't I? Miss Magius, KOs, Hydreigon with Dazzling Gleam. I go Gengar, and I click Shadow Ball. Like, he should, theoretically, he should give me, what's it called? Baxcalibur. He has to sack backs, I feel. Man, that sort of tempered things a little bit. I still think I'm okay. It just basically comes down to trying to set up before the Baxcalibur does. Yeah, I can respect that. So he gives me this. So Gengar, KOs, Miss Magius with Shadow Ball, and all he has left now is the Baxcalibur. 2 Gengar. He goes backs. Ideally, this kills. And even if it doesn't, if he goes for DD and then tries to kill me, like, he can't go for 2 DDs and knock me out. So I think this game's a wrap. So, goes backs, takes the rocks. So I'm assuming it's like loaded dice or something. But we Shadow Ball again. Ice Shard kills me. Disable the Ice Shard, which is fine. Excalibur, KOs, Gengar with Ice Shard. Okay, so how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Let's just go slow, bro. I mean, the best case scenario, he's banded, and he's forced to struggle, right? That's literally best case scenario. Okay, he was banded, so this makes things a lot easier for me. Alright, so, so we iron defense up. He's still disabled for 2 more turns, and after struggle plus body press, this should be a game. So yeah, it was banded, so yeah, so no matter what, Valiant literally hit from full. I mean, well, not from a full, from after spikes. So unless I miscalculate, this is the game. There we go. And I crit for good measure. I didn't need the crit, goddammit. But yeah, that's gonna be the game, guys. We pick up a 2-0 win over Absolute and the Seattle Dragonairs. Slowbro carries Excalibur with body press. So yeah, really thankful that he was indeed banded and not set up like I feared. But yeah, really back and forth game. Things got a little touch and go at the end there after my Hydreigon got crit by the Dazzling Gleam. But yeah, after the Gengar cursed bodied the Excalibur, it was pretty much GG once it revealed it was banded. So yeah, that's going to be it from me, guys. GG to Absolute as always. We are now 4-1 on the season, and really nice bounce back from last week. Hoping to continue this sort of these winning ways, hopefully heading into the latter half of the regular season. Again, GG to my opponent. Be sure to check out his stuff in the description down below. Check out all the other coaches taking part in the FBL, and that's going to be it from me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and until the next time, this is Tone, signing out for now. Peace out.